Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look, or we are starting a 5-part series on reviewing and unboxing this latest 4-pack from Disney, Marvel, and Mego. This is the Marvel Mego Avengers 4-pack. So let's get started. Well, before I get going here, let me just kind of go over what has been happening with these 4-packs. Basically, Mego and Marvel, through Disney, had an opportunity for Mego to start producing Marvel figures on an exclusive level, which they are only available through Disney Store online or at the theme parks. And this particular 4-pack I picked up at the Marvel store at Disney Springs. Now, this set here is the Avengers set, which has Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and the Hulk. Now, there have been 2 previous 4-packs, and I'll drop the images here as I kind of go over them. The first one was the Spider-Man 4-pack, which had, of course, Spider-Man. It had the Lizard, the Green Goblin, and Electro. Then they released the Fantastic Four 4-pack, which had Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Girl, it had the Human Torch, and the Thing. And now we have the third one, which is the Avengers. And there's going to be other 4-packs that they're going to be releasing. But this is pretty cool because Mego has been releasing DC superhero figures, and for them to actually come back and start releasing Marvel figures again is really, I thought, was a great thing and a big deal, because back in the day, growing up in the 70s, Mego had the license for Marvel and DC, so they released all these superheroes under the banner of what they call the world's greatest superheroes. Now, let's go ahead and begin by taking a look at this packaging on this particular set. And as I have mentioned, this is part 1 in a 5-part series. I'm going to open up the package and show off each individual figure in the box. Then I will have a separate video unboxing each individual figure. So this is going to be a relatively short video, just kind of showing off everything that's there, looking at the packaging. Now, these 4-packs do come with a special coin that's right here in the middle. And this one here, you can see it has the Avengers. The other 4-packs do have coins as well. And just this terrific retro artwork here. You can see the superheroes there, and this is the front with a big giant window showing the individual boxes for the figures. And top of the packaging, you're seeing again this side terrific artwork again, from Mego, showing the individual figures right in here, just in comic book form. And it's the same thing on the opposite side. You can see them here. And then the back shows them displayed. And let me pull it in closer here, right? And I will zoom in on this particular part. If you're interested, you can pause it and read up on it. It talks about Marty Abrams, and also known as the father of the action figure, right? There he is, right there. And there's Marty right there. So, let's go ahead and start unboxing and taking a look at the individual figures as they are boxed. Alright, let's check out the first one, guys. just this is pretty cool for me because growing up I did have quite a bit Mego figures, but I these particular figures in this set I never had. I had other ones, Spider-Man and different things, but these particular ones I never had as a child. I vaguely remember I may have had Captain America, but I'm not sure. But let's start off with Iron Man. Here he is. You can see the invincible Iron Man, right? Just take a look at this packaging here, right? You get to see it says here. Now the difference also on these figures is now they have 26 points of articulation in them. 26 points of articulation. And you can see here's the artwork, right? And just take a look at this great comic book art here that we have. There's Iron Man, right? And here's the bottom of the box, and there he is. Get a little zoom in on him. Pretty cool, right? Now, I've noticed that a lot of people are noticing that that little is red, but when I open him up, I'll probably dye that yellow just to kind of blend it all in. But here's Iron Man. Let me set him off to the side. All right. The next one I have is the Incredible Hulk. You can see that, right? And here is the Hulk. Now, the one thing that I do remember from the Mego figures, and it's the same thing with the Thing, is the Thing and the Hulk were bulkier figures, but they were short. You know, they weren't very tall. But you can see again the same artwork, and here is, right, Dr. Bruce Banner, right, aka the Incredible Hulk. And just take a look at that, guys. Super cool. All right, let's put him off to the side. Then we have the mighty Thor. And here is the Thor right there. Again, rooted hair, right? His hammer. And there's the packaging, right? There's the box. And we get to check out this terrific artwork, right? Showing the mighty Thor. Right? And then finally, and this is one of my favorite Mego figures, and don't ask me why, but it is. And it is, he is also one of my favorite superheroes. It's Captain America. I just really dig Captain America, and there he is, right, in Mego form. There's his shield, right? Now, I've seen online where they do sell different accessories and kits. There's third-party sellers to kind of soup him up a little bit with gloves and just different decor to kind of make him look a little different. But this is how they released him in the 70s. Mego did. And here is Cap, right? Here is Cap. Pretty cool. I can't wait to do the video on him. But there is Captain America. Well, here they are. This is all three of the Mego Disney Store exclusive Marvel 4-packs. The latest one being the Avengers, which are these guys right here. And this is the Spider-Man set. And this is the Fantastic Four set. So, here they are. Let me know. What do you guys think? For me, this is pure nostalgia because I grew up on Mego. A lot of people kind of just, are not too fond of Mego because of they don't have maybe the look or of the more modern action figure. But, soft goods. And, the thing with Mego is they use the same body. They just change the heads and, of course, the soft goods clothing on it. And, that's how they saved money. And they were able to mass produce these figures. Again, this is what we had in the 70s. And, again, I think these are pure nostalgia for me. Pretty cool. They'll go in my collection. Again, let me know in the comments. Do you have any of these figures? Do you have any of the vintage ones? I do have a vintage Spider-Man, and I'm not sure which other one I have vintage, but I do have my OG Spider-Man. He sits up in right by my desk, and he's always been there, along with my other vintage Joes and stuff that I've had growing up. But again, I think these are cool. I like them. I mean, collect what you like, right? So again, let me know in the comments. What do you think of these Mego 4 packs? I mean, granted, for 4 figures and $100, I mean, comes out to about $25 a figure. I mean, price wise, Migos are pretty affordable figures to me, compared to some of the prices that are being charged for modern action figures. I mean, Mego is if you're interested in collecting and you want to save money, this might be a way for you to go. Again, either way, let me know in the comments, right? This is all I have for this part 1 of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please leave me a comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel. And again, I thank you so much for watching. So let's add to the action with Action Joe Figs.